Well, we're drawing closer to getting this truck back together.
Hi, I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter. Our family has been blessed to farm in Montana
For over 100 years now.
And it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have
and blessings from our Savior,
Jesus Christ.
Tony went to load a canola truck, and I'm going to go ahead and start on putting the poly fifth wheel plate on it from May Wes. So that'll be my project to keep me busy for a little bit until he gets back. First off, we now have it on, clamped on, holes are marked. Yeah, I'm the guy that's trying to follow the instructions. However, they printed them upside down, so it just makes it more difficult. Drill those holes, clean it again, put the, what do they call those? Ram bars. Oh, hey, by the way, Tony's back.
Well, while Tim's been working on polishing, getting the wheels all shiny for this truck, I went ahead, built a new hitch for the back of the truck since we had it all apart anyways. And this time we got to use a receiver hitch so we can put whatever in there we want, whether it's a pintle or jaws or just a tongue, whatever, ball hitch. And then I got one side of these mounts for the new fifth wheel plate done. We got to punch the other one though.
Ta-da! It's on. Pretty easy. You really think that drilling through that you're gonna like fight and be there forever, but drill's pretty easy.
Fifth wheel plate is on. Got all the holes center punched through there. We'll take everything back off and punch these angle irons on the iron worker. Now I am working on diamond plate. Fill all of this in because we really haven't had anything. It's a little treacherous at times getting into the trailer or hooking up objects here.
And we hope we have all the holes punched, because that really sucked to move that and have one missed.
Well, I think they're all pretty easy to measure, but you are correct. Well, to cut this diamond plate, got one of these sweet metal skill saws. I know, skill saw is a brand, it's not a skill saw. That feels like cheating. That thing's a really cool piece of equipment. A metal skill saw. A metal circular saw technically, but skill is the first one to make them, right? That's why we all call them. It's like a vice grip. It's called a vice grip because vice grip built it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we got the deck plate laid in here. We still need to get the supports to hold it up from the frame of the truck. I'm working on the box that's going to hold the glad hands for the air for the trailer, the electrical plugs and all that. Kind of got an idea. It's going to look something like that from the side. Up and close, sit up here, hook everything up from the back side. So got a piece of metal over here, kind of halfway marked. We're going to get that cut, bend it up in the press brake, and then we'll have ourselves a nice little box, nice and neat. Well, I got my fittings and plugs all laid out. Glad hands for the trailer brakes, trailer lights, lift axle on the trailer, and then we'll have one more like this over here for our chart opener and trap opener powered. We'll get those all cut out. I got my lines all marked for my bends. Gotta cut that other end off yet, but I think this is gonna work really good. It's gonna look pretty nice, I think.
We are getting closer Don't mind my coffee. We're to the point. It's all blown off again. We're gonna start masking everything off, taping it up. It's been blown off again. Tires removed. So we're gonna be able to raise it up higher, crawl underneath. This is the bottom side of the deck that Tony built, and all the rest of the fender brackets, the brackets that we built for the deck, the fifth wheel frame brackets, all that, all been sandblasted. So we'll paint, then install.
We are ready to paint. Tim got everything covered up as you saw. By no means do we claim to be professional painters, but we should keep most of the paint off. The deck plate laid out, the brackets for mounting the deck plate, the fifth wheel brackets, the air and electrical box that's going to go on there. Yeah, we found this. Might as well paint it. I don't even know what it's from. Some old school wrench. But we're ready to paint. I've been stirring up the primer. We're using an epoxy primer. It's black. I was expecting gray when I opened it, but it's black. Should have read the box, I guess, or the jug, can, whatever. So this was thick on the bottom. I got it all pretty good. Pretty good consistency now. So we got to mix that 1-to-1. The catalyst. So the last time I used this gun, it was a clear coat that MX200. That was a minute ago. I think one of the first YouTube videos, actually. They were pretty awkward back then. Not like they're any better now. Yeah. Let's just say we're a little more comfortable. I'm a little more comfortable with the camera around now.
Strip of paper towel over there?
I suppose could almost like start mixing up another batch probably. That ain't much paint.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that this is gonna dry and not like, they gave me a stack of these and there's a whole bunch more in there, so every batch I bet we'll have to use a new one unless it's still dripping wet.
Just put it on this.
Well, I finished painting last night about 7:30, and Tim got started right away this morning. Starting to mount everything back up. It's seems like some really good paint. Better be. Costs like $400. Yeah, don't do that. But 240 epoxy primer and paint. Mix a catalyst with the primer, epoxy primer, and then just single. No mixing required with the paint. So looks pretty good. Still like farming better than auto body, but
Yeah. Still be glad to get it done.
yeah, exactly.
Send it out.
4 more trucks to do though, someday. Not this year.
Alright, quick after lunch update. Most everything back here is tied together to finish the left side with airlines and all of that. Tony has the 5th wheel frame rail on the right side. We'll clean that up, tighten it up after we get all the lines read, but that's how far we made it this morning.
Well, some shops have these fancy mag drills to drill frames that'll mag mount with a really strong magnet to the frame, and they have almost like a mini drill press to drill. Not us. We got the Hold On for Your Dear Life 5000. This thing's got some horsepower, and you definitely got to hold on for your dear life. The chain here hooks up to the frame, and then has a doohickey that rolls up the chain, grabs by the links. And the throttle, which I don't really like the finger guard because what happens if your finger gets stuck in there, like breaks it off or something. I don't know. Here we go. A little more awkward, like right by the brake drum. I don't know why the other side. Usually a good sign that you sharpen it right, isn't it?
I think so.
We are getting closer. It's almost quitting time though. So we're gonna set that fifth wheel plate on and call it a day. Monday. Monday project, Tim.
Monday we ride.
Cool. You remember when new semis were like 150 to 170,000?
Another.
2023 W900Ls loaded with APUs. 283. Sheepers. And the worst part is they're full emissions.
I was gonna say, imagine a glider.
Yeah,
Are they 350 now or what?
I have no idea. That's nuts. Well, morning. Well, it's like almost noon by now.
That's why I'm hungry.
That is why Tim's hungry. Tim's always hungry. Tapeworm. Pretty sure it's a tapeworm. But as you can see, got a few things put on here. Got the airlines ran. Gonna finish up a few things in the box. Got our air tank fill so we don't have to smoke up the shop every time. There's no way we don't smoke up the shop starting this truck, but that less smoke. And got these bolts in. Need to tighten those up yet. Airbags are all done. I think we're pretty much to tires, mud flaps, and taillights, and fenders, huh? Did I say fenders twice? I don't know. Fenders, wheels, mud flaps.
We're close to the finish line.
We might actually have it hooked up to a trailer by mid-afternoon. It is all done, minus one thing. We still need to get waiting on the plug to come so that we can just disconnect everything here for the tarp and trap opener, and then I've got Glad Hands new air hoses and a cord coming. I guess that's technically 4 things, but right now we're pretty well functional. We're gonna go hook up to the trailer, bring that in here. We've got a couple things to do to that grain trailer, and check over tires on that, make sure it's all ready to go. So, ready for a cold start?
Always.
Always. 55-degree cold start with the Detroit. Yeah, I know. We gotta get a wire fixed here. Well, I just installed this right weight gauge. It is a calibratable gauge that will be able to tell us the weight times 1,000 pounds. So we'll shoot for somewhere over in this 52,000. Is that right? No, 40, I don't know. I'll have to look in the book and see what we're supposed to have on the back axles. Legal. And then this will be calibratable. That will always be able to load to that weight for the road. Before we were just going off of pressure gauge, which I replaced, was here before. Really easy to do. Unthread that, brass fitting out of the old one, and put the new one on. So tomorrow, hopefully to use that, get it calibrated. Ready to roll, minus a few parts we need yet, but for now, that'll work to start hauling. We gotta get some derm hauled tomorrow, next couple days. So yeah, it's a plan. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, farm hard, pray harder, and we'll see you next video.